So where a variation is likely to result in a reduction of the time required to achieve completion, right, you get to keep your float, right? Because it's no skin off the head contractor's nose or the principal's nose that, that you take a few days after an earlier date for completion, because we're all agreed that they're not going to suffer any losses unless your works overrun that prescribed date for completion. That's the whole point of this regime, right? Well, maybe not. Let's have a look. So where a variation is likely to result in a reduction of time, so in other words, to increase your float in the program, increase the non-critical component of your path to completion on your Gantt chart, the principal may request the subcontractor to agree to bring forward the date for completion. So they take your float away. And then if there's a delay event, we come back to 23.1a and the clauses that follow that, and you still have to meet your 2 business day time bar in order to extend the time for completion, even if that only recovers the float that you should have gained as a result of the variation allowing you to bring the works forward. But no, the principal takes that away from you so that we restore criticality to what would otherwise have been a non-critical path on your Gantt chart. It becomes critical again. And then failing any agreement about what is a reasonable period by which to bring forward the time for completion, the principal can just tell you what they think is reasonable. And that doesn't affect, just to make absolutely clear, the principal's right to compensation for failure by the subcontractor to achieve completion by the date for completion, even after that's been brought forward, is not affected. So they take your float away and make it critical. So we've got some acceleration requirements. So now we get to variations, and the reason why I wanted to put variations back to back with the time for completion requirements and the extension of time is that almost invariably, if your scope of works is varied by increasing the amount of work that you need to deliver within a fixed program, remember fixed scope, fixed time, fixed price, then necessarily a variation is going to become a delay event, and that's even recognised in the contract, because one of the qualifying causes of delay that's prescribed in clause 23 that we just looked at is a variation.